Hey guys, Sensei George here. Today you're joining in on a little bit of rambles and discussion. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's see what we're talking about. So Kirk, you left a comment on one of our videos recently. What did you go over?
So it was more of a joke, not something to be taken seriously. So my thing was, why bring a pocket knife to a sword fight when you can have a long sword?
So there were no swords involved in that video. It was a self-defense situation about how to handle a knife if you have one. He just wants a pocket long sword where he can carry that around all the time. Now, anyways, the main thing that I brought up on that was saying, if you're training in weapons and you don't carry a force multiplier, your weapon training is more or less pointless. Okay. Now, have you heard the term force multiplier before?
In physics and chemistry, yes.
Okay, well, in self-defense, it's a whole other thing. So in self-defense, a force multiplier is anything that you carry on your daily personnel that if you are in a confrontation, if you pull out, increases your strike force and effectiveness. Okay? So now on this point right now, is there anything in your pockets that you could use that you carry on a daily basis for self-defense?
I'm not carrying right now, but yes.
What do you normally carry?
Usually my wallet and chain.
Okay. So on that note, that is not an effective self-defense tool because your wallet has a whole bunch of vulnerables in it. Mm-hmm. If they were to fly out while you're spinning it or something and all that jazz, it'll fly across the street. So you don't actually have like a specific thing that you have dedicated your mental mindset to say, if I'm in a conflict, I can reach for it and pull it out as necessary.
I guess you could say keys, but other than that, probably not.
Okay. So that's what I'm talking about right now, is that force multipliers are something that you need to carry. So on me real quick, just showing tactical pin. This is my number one force multiplier because it can go with you just about any and everywhere. This being said, it's something that I pulled out in a matter of seconds. So if I felt like something was going on, if you like push me in the chest or anything like that, you give me a moment of time in which I felt something was up, my hand naturally went to my pocket, which I was set for the scenario, and once I felt that something escalated, I was able to pull it out and begin to use it. Now, I can hit you with a hammer fist. That's nice. But when I hit you with a hammer fist that has like a glass breaker on the end, it impacts and it penetrates the muscle and the bone. So that's why you need a force multiplier. Another force multiplier that I carry is just a pocket knife. So it's saying that whatever I do does a lot more because I'm holding it. Now, what I'm bringing up in this video is that if you train in weapons and you do not carry a force multiplier or something with you on the daily that you can use to implement your training that you've been going through days, hours, and years, your weapons training is a little less practical. You're not training to do unarmed combat as much as you are doing weapons. So make sure that you have something that is legal for your area. Remember to check the disclaimer below about saying that you can use to defend yourself and you have on your personnel. So it can't be too clunky. So that's like I often go back and forth with you about your longsword training can carry over into an ASP, a collapsible baton, because now you have something that gives you some more of the range that you can use that's compact and you can carry it with you. The shortest baton that they carry for self-defense is like about 12 feet. So it collapses into 8 inches and then you wrap it, I say 12 feet, 12 inches. It's about this big, and then when you whip it out, it gets a little bit larger that you can use for self-defense. And you can use a lot of the same techniques about parrying, coming over, hitting to the head, moving different things. It won't slice, but it'll impact and it'll implement the training that you use for your longsword. So for me, I use knife, I use short sword, baton, etc. Anything that you've seen a ninja use, we pretty much use here. And I use my same tools to be able to do any technique that I learn with it. Now, yes, different properties change. So if I pull out my tactical pin, I can't cut someone with this. It's not designed for that. Well, you can cut by scraping. It doesn't slice like a knife does, but you can do many of the same techniques. So Kirk, you want to put your longsword down for a second? So I have my force multiplier, and Kurt comes over to throw a overhand hook to my face. So in that motion, I block. I can't slice. It's not gonna do anything here, but what I can do is come in with a short jab into the arm that moves his face. He saw his face with that one. He felt the poke, and it opens up the neck for a few different strikes. So you can strike down to the neck, you can strike to the bone. That's more or less what you gotta think about in mind, is saying, how can I use the thing in my hand like what I've been training with? So like, do you get what I'm saying now, is that I want you to figure out something that you can start carrying with you on your daily, be it a flashlight, a tactical pin, a piece of wood, like a walking stick or something, because you've seen people in our area, they go jogging with walking sticks.
Yes.
And A walking stick is right up your alley about certain things that you can use for your techniques. Now, if someone saw you carrying a sword around, they're probably going to call the police on you. It's simple as that. And I think that's important to keep in mind for all my weapons trainers out there. While you may say, oh yeah, I love the karambit, it's an amazing tool. How many of you guys carry a karambit on you on your daily? I have a karambit, it's beautiful. But I know that I can only use it when I'm out camping and out in the woods. I can't use it for street stuff because it doesn't apply. If I'm walking around with my karambit open carry and stuff, people are going to feel uncomfortable. I'm drawing attention to myself. I'm drawing trouble to myself. So I have to think about these things and what I do. So that's my input on this situation. If you do weapons training, look into force multipliers that you can carry on your daily use and actually apply your techniques to.
But then, Sensei, what if someone comes at you with a gun?
If someone comes at you with a gun, it's a whole nother set of techniques. So we go over that kind of stuff. It's psychological warfare first. See what they want. If it's something they want $5, give them fucking $5. It's not worth your life. But if they want your ID and some other stuff, that's when it goes a little awry, because they can follow you home. They know where you live and some stuff like that. So I try not to get into that too much. It's a whole other seminar. I've been to workshops on this. It's a lot of mental gameplay and stuff. But guess what? If someone still comes at you with a gun, if you get rid of the gun first, which is the most dangerous thing in this situation, then you can rely on your force multiplier. It's as simple as that. If someone has a gun and I pull my force multiplier out, I lose that game. It's as simple as that. His force multiplier is a lot better than mine. A gun is a force multiplier. Okay? So if you have concealed carry and you are a good citizen carrying a weapon that you can use for self-defense, you're already winning the battle of I have a better force multiplier than you. Yeah. So anything else?
I mean, I feel like the only time I really feel like you can use some of your techniques as you're describing is if I'm like right here. But if I'm here.
Okay. So reel it back in real quick. So again, this is a whole nother topic for videos. We were going about self-defense and other situations like that, and now you're bringing up firearms.
Yeah.
Okay. Straight up, go on YouTube, type in robbery, firearm, etc. You're saying, yeah, I'm gonna hold my gun out here. Every video you watch, hey man, give me your money. Reason being, they like to close the distance because this is a weapon of power. They're using it to intimidate people.
Okay.
So as much as you want to say, well, a trained fireman is going to have their gun out over here and down at their hip so you can't, grab their gun and etc. You're right. But guess what? That's not who we have to worry about, because those people are doing what they're supposed to be doing and being good citizens. Now when you have that issue and you have Jeffrey Dahmer coming after you and you turn the corner and someone has a gun at your head saying do what they say or they're going to kill you, it's completely different. Okay? That's something where you have to train your sixth sense and be able to feel when you should not even be in an area. It's as simple as that. Okay?
I mean, that's just environmental awareness and just knowing where you're at.
Which is all part of martial arts training and self-defense awareness. So on that note, I'm pretty much done with my message here. If you train in weapons, look to make sure that you have something that you can carry with you on the norm and be able to implement the same techniques that you train in. It's very important. So you're watching What Would Ninjas Do? Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Domo arigato gozaimashita.